Welcome to the Straight from the Heart show. I'm Kamal Maraz. Good morning, good evening, and good afternoon, wherever you are in the world. I've been supporting Millionaires Against Bullying in my last few podcasts. I would like to let everybody know that I'm not actively involved with that charity anymore. I don't support their vision, and I don't support MLM that's linked with charities. So I've pulled out of that. So I'm no longer part of Millionaires Against Bullying. Today, I've got an amazing guest. This guest is like my family. I did my first ever speaking event with this lady, this beautiful lady. She's the most organized person I've ever met in my life. So organized that when we did our event, she had all the itineraries ready. Everything went like clockwork. She's so organized. And if you need anybody to organize your stuff, your events, or anything like that, this is this person. And that day I spoke first and I had the pleasure of introducing her as the next speaker. Today I've got the privilege, the honor to introduce her again. So without further ado, we've got the charming, gorgeous, and the forever grinding, charming Habibi Meckael. Welcome.
Wow, what an introduction. Thank you so much, Habibi. For everybody that doesn't know Habibi, it means my beloved in Arabic. I want to thank you, Utam, for this opportunity. I want to thank you for your gracious heart. And it's been a beautiful connection. Thank you for having me here.
You're welcome. And you know what? You've got the ranks to come on this show, you know? That's why I've called you up on this show. Karmin has been working so hard. And this is in a space of 2-3 months. And I love people who's got like the same motivation, the drive, the vision that I've got. And we started out together when we were doing our event, and she's doing some phenomenal things. She done her first, an amazing event. Was it last week or the week before?
It was 3 weeks ago. And we're doing the next one in 2 weeks, yes.
Wow, that event was amazing. The Facebook Lives.
Thank you.
Everything was so professionally done. And I want to tell you this, I haven't seen many people doing it your style. You can see, this is you, you're organized. I love Think and Grow Rich. They talk about organized planning. This is organized planning. If you're organizing that, like this, you can organize my life anytime. So my first question will be, what keeps you driven? What makes you driven? What keeps you driven every day?
What makes me driven every day? It's actually, I love this question, Utam, because what you initially asked me is your why, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's so funny because I had this conversation yesterday with a friend of mine, and we had the same conversation, and it was like, I feel what makes me driven is my why changes all the time. The more I change, the more I grow, my why changes. So currently my why is, before my whys were very small. My drive was really small. It was more external things like having more holidays or traveling more or having a beautiful house or cars, and all these things are beautiful. That's a great why to have. However, the why that gets me really up and fired up in the morning now is more, it's beyond me. It is my family. It is the people around me, the people that I'm serving. Like right now, what gets me really fired up is that I called my grandma and said, Grandma, what is your wish? She lives in Germany. And she said, I would love to travel next year to Israel. And the reason why is because her sisters live all abroad. Her sisters live all in Australia and America. And Israel is the place where they all want to meet. But I know my grandma can't afford it yet. So I would love, this is my why, I would love to take my grandma to Israel next year. And I would love to travel with my grandma, show her the world and buy her everything. And it's just, it's family, it's serving, it's having these text messages from people that are coming after my event and saying, you know what, thank you so much. Because of your event, my life has changed. Because of this event, I'm now succeeding. Because of this event, I created this result. That just puts fire under me. It's beyond. So yeah.
Good answer, because that answer would have been different 2 months ago.
Absolutely, absolutely. Here's the thing, it's really interesting because a lot of people get stuck in the why. It's understanding that our why changes all the time. By this time next year, I would have achieved the things that I wanted to do. I would have pleased my family and everyone else. But then it's like, okay, I'm growing. What is my bigger why? So it's constantly growing. It's constantly evolving, and you know, it's taking it easy, not putting too much pressure on it as well.
Exactly. It's basically like a computer game. Each level you go up, it will change because at the end of the level, there's a different boss, there's a different devil, there's different
Exactly.
people. That's the way some people talk about it.
Absolutely.
And I'm so happy and grateful that your wise has become bigger than what it was when I spoke to you before. Do you remember when I was warming you up for the show?
Oh, yes,
Think of your
absolutely.
wise. Think of your wise. I was doing my Eric Thomas. But now that you mentioned your grandmother, I'm so happy. It's actually touched my heart because I know you're going to achieve what you're going to achieve because I've always known my wise has always been greater than me. I've never made it about myself because the day you make it about yourself will be the day you can hit that snooze button.
Exactly.
It's
Yes.
only old, good old Karmin. It's only good old Utam. So we'll just press it, go back to sleep. But when somebody else and you want to leave your legacy and your grandmother, you're going to just keep being driven. And you're proving it in your work. The way you're going, when I spoke to you earlier, like I'm waking up at 5 in the morning, you've joined the 5 a.m. club and the entrepreneur club, and you're doing phenomenal.
Thank you so much.
And the other strong point that I would say level of expertise and mastery even that Karmin has got is in the power of persuasion. Can you unleash your magic? I'm not going to say anything about the power of persuasion. All I'm going to say to you, Habibi, power of persuasion. Go ahead.
Amazing. Well, if you have a product, an amazing product, a service, or message you want to share with the world, it is our responsibility, right, to communicate it the most effective way to the people that need our stuff, right? We are passionate entrepreneurs, and I know one thing about you, Utam, you do attract passionate people because you are a passionate entrepreneur, is that right?
Yeah.
So if you're so passionate about what you have to offer, especially in business, if you have got an amazing product, an amazing service, an amazing message, it's our responsibility that we get out there and communicate it the most effective way. And I know a lot of passionate entrepreneurs are very scared or feeling challenged of the word selling. They don't like the word selling. So I replaced the word selling a bit more sexy and put a sass on it. So it's called persuasion. Learn the art of persuasion. Learn the art of influence. And I'm currently writing a book called Stop Selling and Start Influencing, because that's really what you initially want to achieve. You want to start influencing people in an ethical way. You want to learn the art of how to turn a no into a yes. You want to learn the art of how to attract people that appreciate and love what you have to offer. I don't know about you, but in the past, when I worked as a sales professional, I worked with a lot of people that I didn't enjoy working with. And the good thing is, in today's world, we don't need to do this anymore. We're able to do business with people that we appreciate. We're able to do business with people that we love. And it's an art. It's something that I believe everybody can learn. And this is what I'm here for. I'm here to teach it.
Wow. Did you hear that, people? Did you hear that? It's not about selling. It's persuasion and influencing people. Because I know salespeople that will come up straight to you without building a relationship.
Absolutely, yes.
Oh, hey, I've got this to sell, I've got that to sell. Or start to get to know your people. Speak to the person, they've gone to Spain this week. When you call them up on Monday for that sales call, oh, hi, Tony, how was Spain? I hope you had a nice holiday. Did the family enjoy it? But no, people are like, I've got this to sell, blah, 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 blah. And this is why Karmin is here to make it sexy. That's what it is. Selling has to be sexy because I never used to like being sold to. And when I was trying to sell my product, I couldn't sell anything. Then I started learning how to appreciate selling. So I started buying things that will help me in my life. Don't buy stupid things. Obviously, not everyone is not for everyone. And you've just given us some amazing, amazing tips there.
Thank you.
The other strong point you have in your mastery as well is events organizing.
Thank you.
what advice can you give to people that has never put on an event?
Yes.
Just a few golden nuggets, boom, boom, boom.
Actually, well, let me take you a little bit back. Thank you so much for asking this question. Let me take you back for people to understand why I do events, or why do I have the credibility to talk about events. So I actually started my events journey 8 years ago. It's been 8 or 9 years, so somewhere in this line. So 8 years ago, I started the events journey, and I knew all my life that I wanted to be an events manager. I did not know what. I knew I wanted to tap into events. So I started out as a wedding planner, and I started, my first business was a wedding planner. I saw this is the kind of events that I want to organize. Completely failed in this business. I had no business skills and I had no events management skills. So I went off and studied events management. And what I really found, the reason why I was attracted to events was because I really love to create experiences for people. I really love to give people something that they can have intangible, something that they can remember forever. And this is what events do. I can do this with events, because have you ever been to any event where you really remembered you remember the person that you met, you remember the amazing feeling that you got from this event? Have you ever been there before?
Yeah, I've been there. Yeah.
So, exactly. And this is the kind of experiences I wanted to create. So as you ask the universe, or you ask God, you will get. So I went off, I studied events management, and in my last year at university, I saw this advertisement. I was very into business, and I was studying Richard Branson a lot. So I saw this advert on Facebook popping up, and it says Richard Branson will come to London. And at that time, I was in my last year at university. I said, you know what? Oh my God, I have to go and see Richard Branson. And the ticket was £1,200. And as a student in London, it's quite an investment, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I didn't have the money at the time, but I just knew I had to do whatever it takes to be there. So I went to this event, and I was so inspired. I saw Richard Branson. I saw, and a lot of you in the personal development world know Anthony Robbins. I saw Anthony Robbins, and I was sitting at the very front in the VIP section. At some point, I looked behind me during that event. It was in July 2011. I looked behind me and I saw 8,000 people getting so inspired, jumping, going up. And I was like, wow, what an energy. This is the kind of events that I want to organize. So what happened a year later, I started working for the company and I became one of the events organizers. I worked very closely with the company. So I was the person behind the scenes, in front of the scenes, doing every single part in that company. I saw all these amazing world-class leaders and learned all my events management skills from there. So when you say why I'm very organized, it's because I learned it from there. The tips that I would give people who organize events are this. First of all, number one, to organize an event, just understand it's really easy to look at it on paper, to say, oh my God, I'm going to put an event together. And if you come with the mindset that you want to just make money from this event, then I will advise you not to do it. If money is your only motivation, don't do the event. It's going to take your time. It's going to take your energy. And the biggest reason why you should do an event is because you need to identify and get crystal clear of your why. First of all, why do you want to organize an event? Before you put anything out in action, number one is, why do you want to organize an event? Once you got this nailed and really crystal clear, you will go into the next step. And then you will, depending on what your event is, you will first need to clarify, who is this event for? Where is this event going to be held in? And what are we going to offer in this event? What's going to be in it for them? What is the outcome you want to achieve at this event? And a lot of times what a lot of events organizers fail to do is they're really good at putting events together. They're very good at creating during the event. The experience is amazing, but there's not a great follow-up system. So that's the nugget that you can take from here. So have a really great follow-up system, an event aftercare. A lot of events organizers don't take care of their participants after the event. So just simply by just saying a thank you email after the event can create a huge impact and can bring you more referrals to the next event. So it's this little details. I'm just giving you some details. Obviously, there's so much more, and I'm actually creating a course about this because I get a lot of people asking me these questions. But this is the main things that your audience can take action on right now. So.
Thank you so much. And when can my viewers and everyone that's watching, when can they come to the course? When is the course going to start? Because I'm pretty sure there's a lot of people anticipating this course because of your experience.
Thank you so much.
The things that you've done, I'm pretty sure that I'll be coming to the course.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Well, the course that I'm putting out right now is The Art of Persuasion and How to Attract Your Ideal Clients. Also, I have a free YouTube channel, Karmin TV. And this is where I'll be giving you guys a lot of free tips and tools and strategies all around business, sales, and events as well. But the course is, the way I design it is very different. It's a very different model. So I've got only 16 people because the venue that I chose is one of the top venues in London. It's beautiful, and it can only allocate 16 people. So it's more quality over quantity. Obviously, I teach how to attract your ideal clients. I only work with people that I want to work with. And every single person that comes to my workshop is getting personally interviewed by me, and it goes through a qualification process in order for them to come to my workshop. Now, I do understand the last workshop that I had was fully sold out within 2 weeks' time. And it was full house, and I did not know that there's such a big need out there and so many people want to come to this event. So I decided that I'll be doing this every month. So the next one is going to be on the 21st of October, and I've got only 5 spots available for this. So it's also nearly fully booked out. So the way that your audience can come to my event is either drop me a private message if you really want to come to my personal event and let's connect. Because I want to reach also a lot more people, I'm currently creating an online course where you have exactly the same content that you will get from the workshop. You will get it in an online course format, and you can do the exercise all at your convenience in your home. So this way, everybody can get access to the same content that I put out there.
Awesome. At the end, before we sign out, I'm going to get you to leave or how people can get in touch with you and stuff like that. So that's going to be great. Now, I'm going to switch up this interview completely because the way I do my interviews usually is get people to talk about where they've come from to where they are. But you're the first that I've done. I've showed you success. But when you see this confident, elegant,
thank you,
delivering entrepreneur, getting the things done, walking the talk, but this girl wasn't always like this. Can you tell this? That's because I know her personally, but can you tell everybody when you stepped in London, that girl that stepped in London that couldn't speak English? Can you take us back to that?
You're really tapping into that. Okay, let's do it.
People need to know the success. You know, this is what the show is about. Because not everybody's always been up there. They need to know the what I call the dirty work that came into this diamond. It's what we are. We've all got our stories, and just touch up on it if you don't want to go too much, and just let people know.
That's absolutely fine. I'm very open in sharing my story, so I'm very open book about this. Thank you so much for asking the question, and you really make me tap into this again because I appreciate so much where I am today. I definitely wasn't that way a couple of years ago. So even like very recently, because we're constantly growing, right? So I assume the story that you're tapping into, taking you way back, was 10 years ago. The confident person, you're absolutely right. The confident person that you see today, that was not me always. Hell no. Because actually when I was young, I was super shy. If I would speak in front of 3 people, I would turn completely red and blue. And I would just avoid speaking in public. Actually, whenever I had to speak in public, I was completely shocked. Like I would not bring one voice out. So now that I get to speak professionally and I do this for a living, it's like, wow, this is only grace from God. And it's just incredible that you can see from diversity, you can do anything. You know, where you start never determines where you will finish. So where I actually started, I came 10 years ago, I came to the UK. I was born in Sudan, which is in Africa. And when I was 3 years old, we went to Germany. I lived 17 years in Germany. And then we came to the UK. So I've been living in the UK since 10 years. And when we came to the UK, my parents decided to come here because they saw it would be better opportunities for us. We would have better job opportunities, study opportunities. But the problem was when I came here, I did not know how to speak English. I should have paid better attention in my English class, but I didn't. So I was not the best one at school. I wasn't getting the best grades. But so yeah, I came to the UK. I had no money. I had no English speaking skills, and I had no job. Like, it felt literally like you would jump into the cold water, don't know how to swim, and just go and swim. This is how I felt here. And yeah, and I got so frustrated. I was so determined. I was like, no, I'm not going to let this let me down. I need to do something. So because I know I like to dress well, I know that I like to do my hair, and I like to buy makeup, I needed to earn money, right? So I went off and I asked one of my cousins, can you teach me one sentence? How do you say, do you have a job vacancy? So she was speaking Arabic and she translated this to me. So I went down in Brighton. Brighton is a very small town by the beach side in the UK. So I went down in Brighton, and Brighton's very small actually. I went up and down the streets to every single bar, restaurant, retail shop, asking every single day, do you have a job vacancy? Sometimes I asked 2 times, 3 times the same places until they got sick of me. They're like, this girl is crazy. So one day, this Italian restaurant took me on, and they said, okay, you can start tomorrow. I still couldn't speak English, and this was my start in the UK. I got fired on my very first working day in this Italian restaurant because I went to the table and they asked me, do you have a fork and knife? And I didn't even know what's fork and knife. So I went to the manager. I said, what is fork and knife? He said, get out of here. So this is how I started, right? And now I am a professional speaker. I'm a sales professional. I have worked with some of the best in the world. And I also help many people create more influence, impact, and profit doing what they love. So it's just to show you that where you start doesn't determine where you will finish. During that time, it took a process for me to get there, right? I had to go and learn English, first of all. I went and studied my niche, which is events management and business. I surrounded myself with the right people. That means I had to let go of some people as well. I had to put myself in the right environment. I had to let go of a lot of old limiting beliefs around money, around people, around relationships, around career. So there's a huge process that I had to go through, and I'm still going through because we're all growing all the time. So yeah, that's just my journey summarized.
It's not just your journey. That's inspiration in itself. How many golden nuggets? You were boom, 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 boom. You're just practically coaching somebody there. What took you there? And you're saying your limiting beliefs. You have to learn English. Look at all this value you're giving. That's why you're on the show today. You've earned the stripes to be on the show, and you're just giving so much. And I love you for that. I've always loved you. You're my sister, and everything that you're doing is phenomenal, because the reason you're doing what you're doing, you're operating from your heart as well. I know you are. You're all about serving. Serve, 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 serve. And what I like in your previous answer as well was you choose quality, over quantity. So I'm going to go to the next bit. This is what Karmin says. Karmin says they under promise and they over deliver. And I love that. I love that concept. And watching every single live videos that you had. And I'm sorry I didn't like or put any comments because I was going through my rebranding, and my rebranding team said to me, you can't be doing anything. So I've just got back on Facebook a week ago. So you are over delivering. You, the whole team, Matt, it's amazing what you're doing. And how did that partnership come together?
Thank you so much. So having worked for one of the largest events promoting company and a lot of amazing companies, I've noticed that great leaders don't do things by themselves. Successful people are very good in asking for help. And I just noticed, I just know the things that I'm good at. I know myself. I know who I am and I know who I'm not. I know what I'm good at and I know what I'm not good at. And before, my ego would come in and say, you know what, I'm going to do everything by myself. And that was one thing that was stopping me to actually break through the next level. So what I'm doing now is, you know what, I know what I'm not good at. Why am I wasting my time and energy in it when I know that I can create so much more impact and influence? And for that to happen is creating an A-class team, like an A-class team. Your team should be like, I only work with people who are better than me. I only work with people who are, I'm very passionate, I'm very high energetic, but my team keeps me up. My team keeps me accountable. I keep them accountable. We have an amazing culture together. So the way I teach how to attract ideal clients, right? And also I have done the same exercise on myself on how to attract a great team. The people that I'm working with right now are the people that I knew exactly. Like, it's not a surprise to me. I visualized them. I wrote them down. I wrote their characteristics down. Like, the people that I have right now in the team, they are the best of the best. They're passionate about what they do, but they're also team players. They're also coming from a genuine and passionate heart. They're putting the mission first. They're taking full responsibility. And what I created in my team, what I found it's really helping, and that's something maybe it's for your audience that can help you as well, is one of the best ways to create a team, a great world-class team that can help you on your big dream and vision, is to create a culture around your team, to create a code that you all obey with. It's like, I have a very clear mission. My mission is to inspire, educate, and empower action takers in their professional growth journey. And we do this by providing world-class events, education, and experiences. That's our mission. That's what we do. The team is crystal clear about what we do. And the second thing is create a culture. I've been very straightforward with my team. I said, look, let's come together. This code we will be creating together because we're going to be working together, right? So we might as well have fun. One of the highest priorities for me is having fun, which a lot of business people forget. Like, it's all about work hard and get the sales target and get this. But at the end of the day, we're spending so much time in our business. Why shouldn't we have fun as well? So one of the highest priorities is having fun in our culture. So we came together and we created this Habibi code, which is 10 things that we all obey with. Some of them are take full responsibility, don't justify, don't blame, don't point fingers. Some of them are have fun, enjoy, celebrate all wins. So this is something that I created with my team and it works. Yes.
Wow, I love it. I love it. That's amazing. And your team is beautiful. I love your
Thank you
team.
so much.
I'm going to pull out what you just said from there. Collaboration is key. It's
100%.
absolutely. I know people that are trying to do everything by themselves and they're holding everything like there isn't enough for everyone to have. The world is an abundance around the world, you know? The universe, not the world, the universe is abundant and there's plenty to go around. Everyone owns their own space. And you say it again in there, you had the vision, you wrote everything down, you attracted your team. And also one thing that I would like to touch on your answer there, you'll be scared to ask before. It's good to ask people because I used to be exactly the same. I'd be like, oh, what if I get a no? But now that no has become next opportunity. But the beautiful thing about it, I'm not getting the no's. Everybody's door that I've knocked on, yes, we'll do it every time. Yes, we'll do that every time. Yes, yes. Or they're knocking on my door saying, do you know what? You've supported me so much. What can I do to serve you? What can I do to help you?
Yes. Yes.
And that vibration, I can't explain what it is. And you're vibrating on that same level. But people, both of us never started off the way we are today. I used to be the shy boy. I used to be the one in the corner. I used to have people, my family coming home, they had to drag me out to come and say hello. To come in the living room with people, relatives that I don't meet regularly was Oh my God, it was like, it would have been death for me. And I had to take all these deep breaths, and the same for you. You explained about that. And look at us today. It is possible. It is possible. And this is what straight from the heart is about. And I always say, when I started my journey, I used to sit up till 3, 4 in the morning on webinars to be told that it's £6,000 or $6,000, and I was broke as anything. It used to break my heart. But you know what? That's where I started from. And this is why I do these podcasts every week. I have some amazing people, and I'm selfish also, because I'm having people like you coaching me, Jarrett Robbins coaching me, Javon Langford, Michael Serwa, David Daniels, so many people. And I will never thought that I'll have every week I'm getting my personal coaching session with these people. And it's so amazing. And that's just me saying, yes, I'm going to ask. It's all right to ask. It doesn't make you feel smaller. And what I've noticed with successful people, millionaires, I speak to mainly millionaires nowadays in America, and that mindset is just give. What can I do to help you? What can I do to serve? And you said earlier, it's the people around you. When you were moving up, you had to drop some people because they were heavy baggage. Sometimes it could even be family, but we have to do it. You have to decide, that's my goal, that's my focus, and that's where I'm going to be. And that's why Karmin is sitting there today with her hair, her shoes that she loves, her bags, her clothes. It has to be funded somehow, doesn't it?
Absolutely, yes.
And on that note, I want to thank you so much for being a wonderful guest, for the value that you brought on the table today, for my personal coaching session. Thank you so much. And I love you. Thank you for being my sister. Any free last golden nugget that you can give to people to do instantly to change their life before we go?
Great question. The 3 nuggets, I always say this: know that you're enough. Okay, know that you are loved, and know that you have the ability to do everything that you can create, everything that you want, your heart desires. You just need to ask for it. So go out there, create more influence, impact, and profit. Do what you love, because you deserve it. You were born to do this.
Wow. Do what you love. You were born to do this. When I said to her earlier, are we ready for the show? I was born to do this. This is what she talks about. Take this, note it down again, because just that, I was born to do it, will get you places. And thank you so much for tuning in. You've been amazing. Thank you, Karmin. I'm going to sign out straight from the heart. As always, as I always say, live well with one another, because if we don't, what is the point? Have a wonderful day, and I hope you've got some amazing value from here. See you next week. Bye-bye.